Guys, welcome back to Penguin's Garage. Today, we got the trailer again. Now, previously, we did some rampy-dampy things on there, some fun stuff. Nobody thought it would fail because nobody commented on it, but it failed, and we'll go over why and how we're going to fix it. Also, this trailer went on a little adventure. It went off the road with a truck loaded on it and hit a few things and cleared out the corner. So here's the damage there. Caved it in pretty good. This is an Indigo trailer, or Imago, whatever that is. It's built like a brick shithouse. There's a lot of structure underneath it. Look at all the cross members, all the bracing. Like, this thing's built pretty damn good. So we're gonna be cutting some of this away, replacing some structure pieces, and then coming back here to the next little kink in the road. That should be a lot more straightforward to fix. I'm thinking one of these. So gonna be doing that. Back here, my ramps would have worked great, minus the fact that that one got bent. This one got ripped out. A nice little hole there where it used to be. And then it got hit with the bobcat a few times, or an excavator or something, and bent the bars up pretty good. Bent the brackets. So I'll get into it in a little bit, what we're gonna do to fix that. But I looked at my gooseneck and I looked at a couple other trailers, and we got some ideas on how to fix it that include this 1/2-inch plate. Yeah, a little excessive? No. And then these thin little walled 1/4 by 1/5, I don't know. Anyways, what I'm gonna do here is I got a 4x4 piece. My plan is to cut 3 inches out of this and then rip the top off of it. Then cut these here. Always do it at an angle. The easiest angle I can think of is a 45. So cut these at an angle, that way you have all that's, get the hiccups, all that surface area to weld. Gonna do the same up here, cut off a foot or so, like that. Then we're gonna redesign the corner. We got some new D-rings. I'm gonna put new D-rings in, and then if you look at that side, it's got a bar that goes across and then a nice little bracket. We're gonna duplicate that bracket right here, all except for the Imago writing inside of that. It should look, you know, relatively factory. Then these skirts keep getting screwed up, as evident back here. It's bent in. So skirts are going bye-bye. Skirt! Like that. On this one here, I did just replace the brakes. Whole backing plate and everything. Did some wiring. The brakes up here were all dickered. So we got a new box up here. And then we have a new little lanyard pull cord there. These are really fun. You know, just kind of give it a yank while you're driving. Super good time. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, first step, let's try and figure out how to use a little tape measure here. So 3 feet might be a bit much. Let's do 32 inches. So there's one line. We're gonna make this a square. So 32 inches that way. Ends us right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my circular saw, set the depth, I'm gonna rip that, I'm gonna cut that, and then I'll connect the dots with the angle grinder, and we're gonna try and peel this piece up out. I got some welds to break here, and we'll see how much welds I like to break, because I might just cut this. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this top piece is gonna be a cap to what we repair. So we're gonna cut right about here, 45 this, that way our seam is here and then our new piece lays over it and kind of helps to tie those things together. I'm not gonna slug inside of this. There's really no reason to, because of how much support is throughout the trailer. It's got bracing, I think there's one here. There's one right here. So we're going to actually aim for that brace and cut it right through the brace so that the brace ties into the two of them. And then all this is just going to get cut right off. So without further ado, nothing to but just do it, guys. Let's get it done. Look at that level of precision. Just barely nick there, no nicks inside. So I'm gonna get the cutoff wheel, finish that. I'm gonna grind these off here. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that bullshit. Okay, so now everything except for this has been cut to perfection. Real nice, like little spot right there. But now we're gonna use the sensitive equipment in order to try and peel this up. So we're gonna get our micrometer and all that stuff, and then just kind of be real nice to it like this. There. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There. And then a little pushy right there. A little pushy right here. Right there. Yep, that's nice. There it is. Gentle. Real gentle, like. Big can opener. Oh, aha. That's not good for the neck. All right. So we got this little section peeled back. I just racked my neck pretty good, went inside and iced it for a while. So we're gonna make a cut here, real close to this guy here, just to get that out of the way. Afterwards, we'll trim this back and then we'll kind of do the rest of these. But I'm just trying to get this lid off. Right now, this is in my way. So the wire is in there. So I'm just gonna cut this here. I'm gonna run it down here, just kind of get that shit out of the way. There are more wires down here, but the wires are gonna have to be modified anyways because the lights are now going in this channel, so it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, so let's make some cuts. There we go. It's beginning to look a lot like a trailer everywhere we go. Ta-da! You know what? It's hard to get you guys a good angle. I'm going to set you over here on the Jeep. There we go. They are worth something. All right. So, oh, fuck me. This is bullshit. I've been trying to hone in on my cordless plasma cutter skills. This seems like a great time to do it. All right, so cordless plasma worked great. Okay, so what we did there, I got this piece cut. That's ready to accept the new piece over. We're gonna have to grind it and clean it. I will cut this one, but I started looking at it and it's bent to about here, which with this piece coming down, we're gonna cut this here. The seam will be here, the plate will overlap, we'll do a stitch weld across it and it'll be great. And then it ties into this, so the structure here doesn't really matter that well. And then over here, we'll mark this one. We'll shing like that. And then this will pretty much be about done. Put in a couple pieces, cut the bottom off, done. Dunskies. Well, there she is. She's stripped down. Very nice. How much? Yes, I like. So now we're just gonna get some pieces cut and throw them into place. Feels like a new blade is needed. Okay, let's check our blade. No, it's still got teeth. Not all of them. So guys, shockingly enough, Preferred has not sponsored me yet. Imagine that. I think I have like 500 subscribers and they still haven't picked me up. I mean, that's gold right there. I love these things. I call them the metal eraser. They just destroy metal. Fastest, longest lasting discs that I have used. Obviously, I just said they're not a sponsor, so no reason in me lying to you. They are amazing discs. Preferred, sponsor me. I'm gonna get this put on. I'm gonna clamp that into place so that we know exactly where the front of this trailer is gonna be. And we can get the proper measuramentos. Whoopsie. So I'm gonna clamp this on there good because I don't want anything lying to me here. Perfect. Now we've created something cool. All done. Next. All right, these Milwaukee tape measures. Garbage. Might be other tape measures on the tool, but there's no other tool in the tape measure. Fat Max, 100%. Okay, so we have no marker. Imagine that. Okay, so we're gonna measure here. We got 26 3/8. So 26 3/8. We need to take off 1/8 inch on each side. So 26, I don't quite want to do that. We're gonna do 26 1/4. That's how that's gonna happen. And we need to think about this because it needs to be like that. Just like that. I don't know if this saw lets me do that. It does not. How do I do this? All right, so we get the camera set back up on the Jeep over there, and now we need to cut our piece of metal. So, I'm not a smart man, so what I like to do is make sure that I set myself up for success in a successful way. We're gonna flip this piece of metal the way that it's going to be. Like that. I'm gonna cut it here and then I'll flip it over and cut it on the back side. Like that. Yeah. Now, what we're gonna do, 26 1/4 is our special friend. Right here's the edge of the thing, and then you're going to do the other thing with the thing, right? Yep. Good talk. So, I measured the edge of the board, or the board of the piece of metal here. Now, we're going to do our little sideways cut here. And just to help hold everything perfectly nice and sexy like, we're going to use the Chingus as our guide. Ooh, the old cross arm, I love it. Keeps your hand right out of the way. Okay, so that made it quite a bit down. Now, we finish it this way. Yeah, it's close. The outside's perfect. That's what matters. Inside gets a fat ass weld anyways. This should reach there. Oh my god. Bananas and penises. I am not a perfect man, but I will admit when that is perfect. Okay, so let me show you guys what just happened. This preferred disc just took a hit. If I can keep it straight. Can you see the chunk missing out of the whole thing? Any other disc would have exploded, but that one just took a chunk out, got off balance, so it's no good to me anymore. But it's not in my face somewhere. Like, this is the money maker. This is my OF, got to get it done, rents to face right here. Let me know if you guys want me to start an OnlyFans or something. Like, I'm not gonna get naked, but I'll hold a grinder or something, make lawnmower noises like or something like, I don't know. Just a thought, you know. Times are tough. So I'll show you guys my win. As you can see, from the edge here to there, that's perfect. I get a fillable gap right there, which is exactly what I wanted. However, I need the piece to come to the outside of this. So we got a great piece to put in here now and just cut the bevel the other fucking way. So yeah, that's exciting. Chalk that up as a win. In a lost kind of way. So yeah, I'm going to use that here now, recut the angle, and go from there. All right, so I've been at this for a couple minutes now. Got that side corrected. Got this side. So that fits in, nice clean corner there. So we're going to get this side tucked away. Get a clamp on it so it doesn't do that. One of the easiest ways to do this is to put this here. All right, so there we go. So that's there, that's there. So if you ever do this and you don't get your gap right, just line it up and you can take the cutoff wheel and blast through it afterwards, and then you can get your 100% penetration. Giggity. Okay, so let's measure it. We should be 100.5 inches. and we're not. You know, might as well just give up. Oh, sorry, 99.5. Wait, what? Okay, so 99.5. There it is. 100.5 if it grabs the outside. We're spot on. Perfect. Perfect. Well, that's a little easier to weld on. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's all welded in. The corners are all nice and welded in. That's all good there. If you look down, the whole edge of the trailer, straight as an arrow. That's what we're looking for. I will grind these flat. I'm gonna wait till they cool down and wait till tomorrow because I'm about done for the day. I might grind them now, I don't know. But yeah, that's looking like what we want it to look like. I'm gonna grind them now, fuck it. Oh yeah, guy. Good morning to you. Last night I stayed out here for about an hour and did some grinding. Let's check it out. Nice little corners, everything's smoothed over. Looks like it should be there. This is all blended in. So I'm gonna weld in a couple washers, one there, one here. Very similar to what they do. And then we'll put the wires through. And it'll be like new. So yeah, afterwards I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna hole saw there. I'm gonna hole saw up here, and I'll do the same back here. I'm not gonna put in as many lights as they had, like that light's not necessary. One back here in the little corner, and then we'll fish wires through, but that's not right this second. So for now, she gets a couple washers to keep track of the wires, and then I'll show you guys cutting in this panel. I'm gonna do my damnedest to match up these things. Even though that diamond plate's not as pronounced as this is, meaning these things aren't as high, but you know, close is good. All right guys, so let me bring you up to speed here. We have half of these little chinguses showing here, so I have the blade set to cut on this side of the line, and we'll be halfway into these. And then on this side here, you can see we have just a littlest bit showing right there. So I'm cutting off just the very tip of these things. That should get us in the line there. And then once this is set, then when I do that, I should line up pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna have to start this piece, waste the strip, and then life will be styling. So I'll show you that. Okay, that blade kicks ass. Took out the Milwaukee blade yesterday, guys, and I put in a Diablo. Because the Milwaukee was missing 1 or 2 teeth. Typical redneck. La 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 la. Here's a fun little thing, guys. When I'm working on metal, I use wire brushes as a broom. Doesn't get anything stuck inside of it. It's just nice. That clean out all the little gibbles. Hell yeah. Gee willikers, Paul. Here, I'll show you guys what to do here. Yeah, I got tricks. I got tricks. Trixie Dixie. Let me show you this though. What do you think? Is that perfect? I'm gonna open up this gap to match that gap. V it a little bit, because I'm gonna weld this thing solid. This side here is plopped right into place. Doesn't get any better than that right there. Right on my line. And right on my line. So, that's gonna be sexy as hell. Okay, after several failed attempts, I've come up with a strike of genius. So I dug this out nice and big, that way it goes around that. A little hole up front. This sits over there. And then we nut it. Now I don't have to worry about a pry bar slipping off. Oh yes. Look at that. God. Genius. Genius. Now, once you feel it starting to break, that's when you back it off. Oh, that's almost there. Okay. Come on, baby girl. All right. Now we're going to take our new custom tool off. And this. And weld this. Okay guys, so the memory card ran out of space on it. Imagine that. So I had to go inside. It took 30 minutes to transfer. So here's what I did. I made this off the other side of the trailer. Look at that. And then I turned that into metal. You can see the shape. And then I took a bar, 1.5 inch by 1/8 wall, and I cut it to 44 inches like that side, and then I just glued things together and got this. So welded that in. I took a straight edge, came up here, and then got that. I don't know about you, but I'd say that's pretty good. And then this one here, the gap here is perfect. It's in line with that. And then I welded on new D-rings, and that's that. So this here piece, this corner is done. I just spoke to him and he asked me if there's anything that can be done to make it not look like a patch, and that kind of sucks because I would have just fucking replaced this whole piece. Now I'm kind of let down a little bit, thinking my work's not that good. So yeah, is what it is, I guess, at this point. So yeah, time to get on this. Okay guys, so here's the skins off, and this whole thing's bent down a little bit, so I'm going to end up cutting here I'm going to cut this whole piece out, and then I'm going to try and pick this back up. I'll use a jack and everything, and then I'll cut this new piece. But right now I got that cut, that cut, that cut, that cut. I'm going to pop this off. That way I can cut this bar out and continue on. Okay guys, so I'm trying to match the angle that I have back here, knowing damn well that this is bent in. So what I got is a board across the tire. I got a piece of my porta power, and I'm gonna do things with it. So. My throat. Alright guys, so I wanted to do it before I showed you. Set a piece of material on there, usually the same thickness is nice. I put this on the edge of it, and then I traced a marker line when it was like this, like that, right? So now you can see it goes over. That's actually perfect and worked out great. I luckily have a nice little line over here, right there. Tracy, there's my line. Okay guys, so look at my wife's butt. Make it jiggle. Yeah, you got white girl moves. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little better, groove that, put this pipe in there, and then we're gonna do the same thing we've been doing where we put a piece under it, kind of square it up, square up the edge, tack tack, boom, burn, burny weld. Tell you what guys, there's a massive difference between a quality clamp and shit clamps. These are Pony clamps. I got Bessie clamps. These Armstrong clamps, the 78406 and then the 78408. Those are the best clamp, like just so smooth. There's like no play in the arm. Much better than trash. Sensual massage. I'm going to do the diamond plate just like we did before, only I'm going to try and reuse some of the old plate that I cut out of the front, and I'll come back and show you that all done. But here's what we have achieved so far. Much better than it was. Okay guys, so I've been working for a while trying to get this fucking thing straightened out. He wants the same diamond plate as the patch piece, which I agree with. It'll look better. It's just a matter of getting everything to actually work. So I held it there, and then I rock it down, and it does appear that it will do what we need it to. It's a little bit of a risk starting up top, but I kind of need to heat this as I go down. That way it ends where I need it to. It's going to be tricky. Just hope I have a little more talent than I think I have. Here we are. That piece is welded in. She looks nice from here, huh? Yeah? A little less benty. See that curve blended in beautifully. That's what we wanted. So yeah, next step, not today because today is the day before Thanksgiving, although it'll probably be June before I edit this video. We have to straighten out these ramps next, but that's not today. Then all these skirts have to be cut off, and then we got to run some lights. So thanks for watching another episode of Penguin's Garage, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one a little bit, or a lot of it, or not at all.